Hi guys, I wanted to present on my Mexican culture. I apologize, this is small. I can send copies of the slides to anyone who's asking, but this is kind of what I could come up with. So I am proud of my Mexican heritage. It is one that is deeply rooted in tradition and family orientation and a lot of community. Growing up, this culture has given me a perspective on hard work, resilience, and the importance of my family. One major tradition that we have is getting together for sharing food and just having community time, and just being able to contribute to each other. And that's something I really want to instill in my students, give them a chance to have community, foster each other's talents, and learn how to kind of cooperate and build something together. My identity has just taught me that diversity and inclusivity is very important, especially as an educator. I want to create an environment where these kids from all different backgrounds are completely welcome and comfortable, that they're respected, and that they have a chance to share their experiences and knowledge with each other. Culturally responsive teaching means like recognizing the unique cultural backgrounds of students and just bringing that to the classroom. It includes tailoring things, like teaching methods to kind of facilitate whatever experiences and issues they've maybe dealt with previously, and kind of using those as a guideline of what forms to use to teach. And that'll only just help them learn even more comfortably. Christian principles emphasize love, compassion, treating each person as a creation of God, which we all are. These principles help us support each student by just recognizing that they are worth something, they're worth our time, they're worth our love, and just making sure that they feel and experience that in the classroom is really important. Okay. And excuse me. The Mexican culture brings a lot of tradition into the classroom, and they like to do storytelling and learning together. For example, we use folk tales, which is what this is a picture from. And these encourage cross-cultural interactions, or teaching bravery, respect, traditions, etc. And integrating children's cultural backgrounds also means celebrating their identities and who they are, and using their different cultures, maybe their traditional stories and stuff to help them learn whatever the topic may be, or help them to encourage each other, or help with learning intercultural relationships. Equality in education is essential, and that also means treating each kid the same, giving them the same opportunities, while still meeting different needs. So that ensures that each kid, and then equity encourages us to use resources and opportunities and stuff that are distributed to each individual requirement. So that part would be more personalized, regardless of their background or any of that, and just allows them to still reach their full potential. And we do need both for things to be successful. Equality gives everyone the same tools, whereas equity adjusts those tools to accommodate the specific individual. Some students may need extra support because of a language barrier or a learning disability, so just making sure that they have access to those kinds of things. I've seen the importance of both in my own personal experiences. Growing up, I didn't always have exactly the same opportunities as others, but through support, I'm still able to succeed, and I hope that I'm able to do that for my students as well. In my classroom, I hope to apply equity by differing my instructions for different students. And this could be extra resources for students, using different teaching methods, using different language supports, just making sure that everyone has a good opportunity to succeed. Racism in education is manifested by biased curriculums, unequal opportunities, and discriminatory behavior. Can I ever get that word all right? Students of color often face more issues with this particular problem. So addressing these issues can include like awareness, different actions, creating environments where the kids can learn about each other, creating dignity for these kids, respect, and equality. Historically, kids of color have faced significant challenges in school. For example, this school, Little Rock Central High School, and that was in Arkansas. And this was a huge example of racism where students were obstructed from learning. Personal experiences and historical examples like this can show how crucial it is to be destroying systemic or personal racism and including all of our kids. A Christian worldview teaches us to love our neighbors and treat others as we want to be treated. This helps us embrace diversity and see each other as valuable and not something to exclude or judge. By viewing each kid as God's image, we can help include them in an environment based on respect, compassion, and love. Christian teachings emphasize the inherent worth of each individual, regardless of their race, background, color, identity, what have you. By embracing biblical principles of love, compassion, and justice, etc., educators can create a culture that not only respects these kids, but celebrates them and celebrates their strong points and what they have to give each other. To combat racism, I intend to use diverse curriculum that reflects various different cultures and histories, including books, media, and other sources that represent these different perspectives. By incorporating these into lessons, I can show students the value of diversity and create an environment where everyone can feel heard and respected. Understanding my Mexican heritage has been a journey. Growing up, I learned the importance of family and community and cultural pride. This understanding shapes how I approach teaching by recognizing the strengths of students, by bringing them their backgrounds and using their strengths and building more inclusivity in a dynamic classroom. My Mexican cultural identity does influence how I view my students and their experiences. It drives me to create a classroom that allows more diversity and equity and helps me understand different struggles that kids may be facing. I aim to foster an environment where each kid feels valued and empowered to share their culture and experiences and express what makes them unique and really celebrate them. My goal is to continually grow as an educator by expanding my knowledge of culturally responsible teaching and integrating them into my lessons. I want to create an environment where diversity is not just acknowledged, but is celebrated and put at the forefront. Ensuring that each student feels seen and supported in their journey. As this says, I intend to be a lifelong learner, understanding that education is continually evolving, as I'm sure we've all seen during our education. And I plan to just stay informed on whatever new technologies or strategies are available, especially following with the shifts of culture. By adapting to the needs of my students, I can assure that I'm meeting them where they're at and they're getting as much help as